streets desperate to have their voices be heard. They join us now. Cynthia Haskell and Genesis are a family who were at the protest, as were brothers Malachi and Akeem. Also joining is Erica. Now, they are all from Los Angeles. Cynthia Haskell, let me start with the two of you. Tell me what your reaction has been and what caused you guys as a family to want to be part of the protest about the death of George Floyd.
Well, Dr. Phil, thank you so much for having us today. We're extremely honored to be here. I approached my husband on Friday evening before the Saturday protest, and I had been extremely vocal within a lot of our social media platforms about George Floyd seeing a murder of another Black man, and I had already been very vocal about Ahmaud Arbery and Breonna Taylor. And I approached my husband and I said, babe, I want to go to my first protest. And I didn't know what he was going to say because I know he likes to protect Genesis and I, but he said, I want to partner with you, we're going. And so we definitely wanted to go to support and hope that the message would not be hijacked, because in the media it's kind of being hijacked more about violence and the destruction of property, and the message is continuing to be lost that brown men and women all over the country are not being protected by the very ones that we fund with our tax dollars. We have personal experiences with my beautiful husband where he just goes out to run an errand and is gone for hours because he's been stopped by the police and harassed and embarrassed. And so it became a message for all of our friends and family. I believe you can have all the passion in the world, but if you don't match it with action, what are you doing?
Haskell, tell me, what made you decide this was the time to partner with Cynthia and put Genesis out there as well when you knew things that could get violent and dangerous? What made this the time to take action?
I felt like we were prepared for such a time as this, for one. For two, we're a praying family. So I put myself out of the way and I prayed and asked God to cover us. That's the second thing. Third thing, I feel like because of the personal experiences that I've had when I was in college, went to Cal State Northridge, and I had police, experiences had to sit on hot curbs during the summer when it's burning hot out in Northridge, my hands against hot hood of cars and being identified as someone that they thought I was. And then the fact that my daughter is at UCLA, she's in college, I wanted her to experience because I know her passion. And so I had to make a decision for several things. I had to be a father, I had to be a husband, I had to be an overseer, I had to be a spiritual being. All of these things all at once. When I went there, I was watching, and I even put them in place to have a plan. When they started running, lock arms and go against the wall flat, and people will run by you, but there is going to be chaos and panic. We had to run 4 times. And so for me to make that decision, I just trusted that God was going to cover us, but I also knew that I was born in the streets of LA, and I knew how to protect myself. And I know
that's hard as a parent. I know. Genesis, were you proud to be out there with your mother and father?
I was extremely proud. I felt like I was given the opportunity to have my voice and my people's voices be heard. All the time, I feel like our voices are silenced, and the stereotype has been perpetrated throughout social media, and I wanted that to be broken. And this was a very peaceful protest.
Yes,
our sign said Black Lives Matter and what if I'm next, or like just different things. Like I just really wanted for our message to be heard and George Floyd to get the justice that he deserved.
Well, that's why I wanted you to be on this platform and make my platform available to you for your voices to be heard.